Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Calmsden Farms here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, CWATTYESO. It's the start of a lovely October morning. Our crops are all planted. The ones that we can plant, of course. Our rolling is done. We've done rolling. We haven't done any fertilising because we don't own a fertiliser. I've completed my contract that I was in the process of doing. However, you will notice our financial situation is not looking all that fantastic, even having done the contract. The reason for that is I've been spending money. And there's a prime example of what I've been spending money on. The beehive. I've placed a couple of beehives on the map, generating some honey, which we can sell over the winter, and hopefully sell some product and make some money. Also, off camera, I've made a bit of a decision to better utilise some of the land on the map. One of the things I have done, I have sold and removed the horse stable, because we're not going to be doing horses at any point. So I sold the horse stable and I've replaced it with a farm shop and a bakery. So my plan will be to produce my own bread and have my own farm shop, be able to sell product that we grow and produce. The diddly squat farm shop lives. It's over in the horse area. I will take you over there and show you that a little bit later. However, what we are doing today, folks, we're going to do a whole bunch load of mowing. The reason for that is we've got a lot of grass area in our land. B, I figure if we do silage, we could do with the money. I'm going to do a whole load of mowing, and then I'm going to do a whole load of baling. So, firstly, I need to get a mower, and I'm going to lease a mower because I can't afford to buy one. And this isn't breaking any rules of the series, because a front mower and a rear mower count as one piece of equipment in my eyes. So I'm going to be able to lease a complete mowing unit. And I'm going to take the one that does the windrowing to save me having to do windrowing in a separate process. I've got a front weight. Forgot about that. I will just drop that off here and I can pick it up later when we come back to the baler. Obviously, with the rules of the series, I'm going to have to do all the mowing first. Then I'm going to have to return the mowers before I can lease the baler, because I'm only allowed to lease one item at a time. I'm going to mow most of the grass I've got available to me. There's a couple of fields I'm probably going to leave. I'm probably not going to do the cow area. And there's another little field I think that I'm not going to do because A, access to it is a bit of a pain. And then I figure we'll have enough land elsewhere that one field isn't going to break us. So I'm going to do all the grass mowing. I'm going to windrow it as we go. I'm then going to go get a baler with wrapper, so we can get a whole load of silage bales prepped. Obviously it's going to take a couple of days for them to ferment before we can actually collect them and sell them in the not too distant future. So I'm probably going to leave the bales in the fields after we've done them, because I don't really plan to move them now. No point moving them now, because then I'll have to move them again later when we come to sell them. So we will start. We'll go down here. Start below field 6. There's 2 fields over here that I do. Like I say, the big cow area on the right here, I'm going to ignore that. I'm not going to mow that. So we're going to do this area here. He's on a bit of a side slope. So we'll get a little bit of grass off here. We probably won't get too much, but we'll get a little bit. We'll then do swath dropping. And we're going to do the machine, set the mower up correct. Lower the front and rear unit. And let's start mowing. Like I said, I'm not going to go completely into the corners. And I'm not going to go right up to the edges. Because this is our first mow. I've also been looking and thinking about our financial situation, and possibly I'm going to be adding the chickens very soon to the map as well, so we can start producing eggs and getting those kind of sold and used. Eggs and honey will obviously be constant trickle of income, a constant source of income just trickling in over time. So yeah, wow, that's steep. That's almost vertical. That's slow. I wouldn't say it's steep, it's pretty vertical. So much so that I can't actually mow all the grass there. So the mower's struggling to flex and follow the contours here. But hey, the next field will probably go a lot better. And then the fields after that, the subsequent ones as we actually get into, you know, the farm area. This area that slopes down towards the river or stream or whatever it is down here are going to be a little bit less productive. So as I say, we've got the lovely meadows to look forward to mowing. Secret Meadows. We've got all the area by the sheep as well, where the horses were, where the pigs should be. We've got all that area there to mow and get into. Jeremy's going to be very busy. He's doing a lot of mowing, and he's going to be doing a lot of baling. We're not using Gerald. Gerald's got the day off. In fact, Gerald's probably going to be not seen a lot of over the next several days, whilst we don't have that much to do now on our field. Now our own fields are kind of planted. We're waiting for them to grow. There's one field that we haven't got seeded yet, which is obviously field 2, because I want to put sorghum on it, but I can't plant that till next year. I might need to do some fertilising on the fields at some point, but again, until we've got access to a fertiliser and a machine capable of applying it to the fields. So we've only got one stage fertilising on our fields, which was done when we seeded, using our fantastic seeder, which isn't a red one. just to remind everybody. Now, whether or not we'll get a sprayer, I would like to get a sprayer maybe for the fertilising. But that depends on how much money we can make and how quickly we can make it. It might be a case of, again, the next harvest we take what we can get. We can take what we can get and then look to hopefully do a better job after that, because we'll be in a financial position to have the equipment that we need. So yeah, because we've not done any lime spreading, we've not done any mulching because we didn't have the equipment. So we're not going to get perfect yields this year from the crops that we have seeded already. We're already going to be losing out. But it's a case of just minimising how much we can lose. how much we're going to lose. So how is everybody's day and how is everybody's week been? How's everybody's weekend going? I've been getting quite a bit of farm sim recorded this week. It's only Wednesday. I've done 3 videos of How Baler on. I've done an Elm Creek video today. I'm now doing Calmsden. Partly because I was getting frustrated on Elm Creek. For some weird reason, when I was trying to do pick up and deliver courses with auto drive from the farm silo to a sell point, auto drive was doing something really weird where every time it got to the sell point and it delivered the crops, it was then placing a new pickup point near the silo called farm silo, and then it was trying to drive to there to load up rather than actually going to the silo. So it ended up just basically running around empty because it would go to the newly created farm sell point. Obviously nothing there to pick up because it's not actually at the silo. It's not actually at the silo's trigger. And then it would drive on to the sell point. And when it got to the sell point again, it would create another pickup point. I ended up having to go through and delete loads, and I don't know why it was doing it. So I've dropped a message onto the auto drive GitHub, and I'm just kind of leaving Elm Creek for the time being. So I've come on to Calmsden, where obviously it seems to be a little bit better. Seems to be working a little bit better. Although I haven't really done a lot of auto drive on this map yet. We may look into that later on, or in another episode, because I'm going to need to set up some more sell points for the production factories that have been placed on the map, which weren't in the original map. I've had to add some productions and some stuff in preparation of this series because there was quite a few bits missing. See, there's another little field now in front of me. That's the little field I was on about. We're not going to go and do that one. We're not going to mow that one. But I think what we'll do, after we've done this field, we'll go and tackle the Secret Meadows. I mean, I might mow that field on the left if I get really, really desperate. And I think to myself, Now, something else I've been thinking about doing as well is after this mowing cycle, and we've got the bales picked up and sold and stuff, I'm very tempted on the Secret Meadows to get out there and plough the ground properly and make it into proper fields, and then seed the grass back on again. Because I'm pretty sure the proper seeded grass is going to generate more yield, because you're going to be fertilizing it and rolling it and everything, than just, you know, meadow grass that's kind of just there and grows on its kind of own. We would definitely benefit in the future from having those fields properly ploughed and set up as proper fields. I think that would be a definite thing, but that's probably one of those jobs. It's probably a job for a rainy day rather than an absolute urgent priority #1 job that we need to do right now. But it's definitely something we can consider over the winter, because I think we still get to mow grass up until December, weirdly, on this growth calendar. So it's January and February gives me a little bit of time where grass isn't doing anything. Now I could go into the cow pasture and mow, but I've already said I'm not going to do that, so we'll leave that. We'll leave the cow pasture. Like I say, we could save that for a bit further down the road. We could come back to the cow pasture and mow that in a couple of weeks, you know. Oh, flipping controller. Gotta watch that. This tractor does not have crop friendly tyres, and when my blooming controller keeps deciding to steer right on its own, that happened on How Baler on the other, when I was recording that, and I ended up doing crop destruction on one of my fields. And there's a gate here to get access into the sheep area. So we will be going in there. We will be mowing that, but we're not going to do it just yet because we're going to go do the Secret Meadows first. There's a whole field there. I have to access that though, weirdly, by going through the horse field and the pig field because there's no gate. No gate on this side. And the hedge here on the left has a fence just inside it, which has collisions. So I can't drive through the hedge. So I've got to go all the way through the horse and pig area to get into that field. But I will be mowing that area. We'll be mowing that area. We're into our Secret Meadows though. Ow. Telegraph pole. I had to do some terrain painting after I removed some of the trees from this area to create an opening for me to get in here. And weirdly, the terrain painted grass doesn't match up with the map painted grass. Which is one of the reasons why I'm thinking of doing the whole ploughing and reseeding malarkey to get all the grass matching. Because the painted texture has all flowers and stuff in it and is a different shade of green compared to the map painted grass. So it looks a bit wonky at the moment. Run away, dear, if you know what's good for you. So mow this little area and then we'll go off and do the other meadow. And then from the meadow we can drive through past the newly placed farm shop and bakery into an area where we can do some more mowing. But yeah, this field, definitely this area I want to plough and reseed because like I say, the Giants meadow grass texture is quite different and it doesn't look right anymore. The weird thing was when I removed the trees, when I cut the trees down, remove those using the handy lumberjack mod, this area wasn't actually like, didn't have grass on it, it wasn't painted, and that looked even worse. That looked even worse. So I ended up, like I say, painting the grass texture on the ground, but then when I came to plant the meadow grass on the top, it didn't match up. Now, I will be getting sheep at some stage in this series, because obviously Jeremy did do sheep in the first season of Clarkson's Farm. And I plan to do some, obviously I plan to do some sheep, because I kind of want to mirror that a little bit. And obviously it will give me a chance to put in some clips of Jeremy having trouble with his sheep from the show, which, as people who have watched the first few episodes of this series will know, I quite enjoy putting in clips from the show into the videos for a bit of added context to things. So yeah, we will be getting some sheep, which means we're probably going to be doing quite a bit of mowing in time, in future. Maybe not quite so urgently needing to be done now, but like I say, we can do silage now and take advantage of the fact that we can just make silage. We haven't got to worry about making hay or making grass. Everything can be silaged and sold. We don't have to worry about saving anything. Certainly, if I'm going to get into the animal situation, and I'm going to be doing cows and sheep, I'm going to need somewhere where I can store all that stuff, you know, hay, straw, silage. So we're probably going to need either some kind of silo facility placing somewhere down near the animal area, or a hayloft type deal. But again, that's something for me to look at once we've got money and we can afford to buy stuff. Well, let's fold the mower up because I need to go through this little gate here, and I need to be very careful not to drive on the crop we've got planted on field 23. There's another beehive. Like I say, I placed a couple of beehives. Got beehives kind of stationed at strategic points around the map, so fields get yield bonus from having the bees close to them, and obviously we can generate honey at a decent rate, I believe, a decent amount. So if we look at the map, game saving. So one beehive over near field 23. One down here which is doing the grass fields and field 6. I've got one which is at the main farm, which is again doing 15, 6 and 3. Got another beehive over here, which is doing field 5 and field 7. And then we've got one right up at the top, which is doing field 2. Up near the sell points and the production facilities that have been added on that kind of waste area. The left of the sell point, the general store. So yes, the beehive should generate me some a nice amount of honey, and their placement should give me that should complement the fields and give us that yield bonus for bees pollinating the growing crop. So anything that I can do to try and offset the things that we're not currently doing, like the lime spreading, fertilizing, mulching, etc. Anything I can do to try and boost the fields back up a little bit, I am doing. And bees are like passive, are a passive bonus. I don't actually have to physically get involved there. They just fly off and do their own business. I was almost thinking about trying my hand at having some pigs at the farm as well. Do some slurry. And I could do slurry spreading. Get fertilising. Get fertiliser. But that only works on fields before you've really seeded. You don't tend to slurry spread fields that are growing. Or crops that are growing. And seeing as we've got a seeder that does fertiliser when it seeds, slurry spreading is probably not going to be that useful to me. Like I say, we need a sprayer or a fertiliser that can be used on the crop once it starts to emerge. Now I have created and recorded using Courseplay a couple of custom field boundaries for the Secret Meadows. So Courseplay technically now can come and mow these meadows properly, and it can also then do the baling and bale collecting on these fields automatically. They can do that for me as well, because I've got these custom boundaries set up. And also, if I did decide to plough the field and reseed it, I can use the custom boundary for that as well. Oh, hit the green beehive. we go. First headland done. Now on to headland number 2. But like I say, if we get a decent haul of bales, we should make a nice little bit of money from selling silage. Depending on obviously how many bales we get. Once we've mowed all the fields that I'm going to mow. So silage should be a good money maker, especially this time of year, because the price for silage is going up. It's increasing all the way until about January, and then it kind of falls and plummets after January. So now's the time of year to be striking that, you know, iron whilst it's hot, getting the taking advantage. We've got grass aplenty. We might as well try and make some money off of it. At the moment, whilst we don't have the animals that are going to eat it, want to make the most money. Just think of it as a crop at this point, like the barley we already harvested, the canola we already harvested, and the wheat at the beginning of the series. Figured today would be a nice relaxing day after the chaos of the last few days. Since starting save, doing all the field preps and contract and everything, and getting everything seeded before the seeding window, the planting window closed. We've done it all. We've done all our farmland at this moment in time, and we've done it with very minimal equipment, you know, with one single tractor. And we still haven't sold any crops yet from our harvest. I'm not really sure how to proceed with that at the moment. I might decide, rather than selling the barley and canola in its raw form, I might decide to take it and put it into productions. Turn the barley into flour, turn the canola into canola oil, and sell those products instead, because they're probably worth more money and will make us more profit. I mean, we could always turn the flour then into bread, which is bound to make even more money. We have to find a way to transport all the pallets though, that's the only thing. Because right now we've got a trailer that can transport the loose crops, but I don't really have a handy way of transporting pallets at the moment. Someone's making a noise somewhere. Someone's hoovering or something. So I apologise if there's noise in the background now of the video. Weirdly everybody, I'm just pulling back the curtain here and ruining the magic on the video. I'm recording this audio in post today, because for some weird reason, when I had actually recorded this video and recorded the live commentary, when I imported the video into Vegas, where I'm currently sat editing it, the audio is quite garbled. For some weird reason, OBS has recorded very garbled mic audio. I've checked my cables, I've restarted my mixer program, and sound devices and in Windows control panel and everything, and I've done a couple of test recordings since recording this video. The audio is fine again, but just unfortunately on this video and the next one, I'm having to re-record the commentary in post after the event, after the video has been already recorded. So the original commentary has kind of been lost, and maybe some of the amazing things that I said during the recording of this video, I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm kind of winging it today. I'm trying to re-record. One of the things I haven't done today so far, I haven't checked the shop for the second-hand equipment, if there's any good deals on anything. Normally at the start of every day I normally go and have a bit of a look. The other day on Baler on, I got 2 absolutely fantastic deals. Perfectly timed deals, actually. I got a great deal on a grape harvester, which I'm going to be needing. And I got an absolute flipping amazing deal on a second-hand X9 harvester. Just as it's harvest season. Just as we got barley harvesting to do, and then we've got wheat and oats. So I managed to pick up 2 machines, 2 harvesters in second-hand sales. So I really ought to be checking that a lot more on this map. See what we've got. We've got baler, 57% off. A wrapper, doing square bales. Lower. A loading wagon. Not a lot. Not an amazing deal. Not amazing deals. But again, probably should pay attention to that a little bit more. Especially whilst we are in such financial kind of difficulty. Because obviously we got the tractor I'm using was obviously a great second-hand deal at the start of the series. Dogs barking and being a pain. Might be my Amazon delivery turning up early.
Right, I'm on my way to local farm shop to pick up a ploughman's, well, what I need for a ploughman's. Right. Some of those. Ham, pork pie. Oh, wait, cheese. You got any Norwegian Jarlsberger?
We don't.
Cheddar?
We have wonderful cheddar if you'd like a good strong cheddar.
So this is all really made by Dalesford and sold in the shop?
Yes, that's right.
Nothing to see there. That's what you need. Crusty loaf, butter. Yeah. 1 ploughman's in my bag.
Lovely, thank you so much.
Thank you. How much is that?
That is £83.44, please. Put those on top.
So not, right, a bit more than that then. 83, 30, 40 is 90.
Would you like your receipt?
Yeah, because nobody will believe me otherwise. Thanks. This, however, turned out to be a wise investment because, on the way home, a 5 million watt light bulb went on in my head. Farm shop? Why would I not do that? If I put up a little barn somewhere, fill it with all the produce that comes off the farm, that's not a bad idea.
Let's go and have a look at Diddley Squat's farm shop. My Diddley Squat farm shop on this map. I've got a Diddley Squat farm shop on every map. That's my go-to name now for a placeable farm shop that I place on any map. Any map I place my own farm shop sell point, it's going to be called the Diddley Squat farm shop. And probably for the whole duration of Farm Sim 22, that is going to be the case. I do believe I have to go through here. And it probably would have been really helpful if I'd removed these trees. I probably should have cut them down, really. Give myself slightly better access through here. My farm shop area. You can see my honey. There's my bakery in the background. My honey collection point. Look how many pallets of honey we've got already. That's just 1 day's worth. I placed that yesterday. September. So between September and October, I've gained that many pallets of honey. I probably should get those in the shop and start selling them. This was the jockey jumping area. We're not going to be using it as a jockey jumping area. So this might be another great example of an area that I come into and with a plough and turn into a proper field. Again, another job for a rainy day. Get the jockey jumping area prepped and turned into a field, proper grass field. Okay, it was a bit tight getting through there. Go in there and do the sheep area, or go through the pig area. I'm not going to mow the grass in the pig area as such, but I'm going to turn right here and I'm going to go and do that big field there opposite our silo. As I say, this gate here is the only access into this field. Makes it a little bit tricky. Makes it a little bit tricky. Drop the mower down. Like I say, I'm not going to worry about going right up to the fences and right up to the edges and into the corners. I'm going to basically just give myself a bit of a wide berth to swing round. I do kind of want to mow as much of it as I can. Try and get the most silage bales. There is unfortunately a fence there, which means I can't sadly shortcut through the hedge to get into this field. So yeah, we do only have the one access route into this area. It's at this point I'm probably going to jump cut now and jump cut ahead a bit, because you've seen me do a lot of mowing now in the 36 minutes or so. There's probably about 10 minutes left of the video, and I'd rather show you a little bit of baling in this episode. I'm going to jump ahead to the baling, everybody. And I'll show you me returning the mowers, getting the baler and commencing baling and wrapping of this mowed grass. So I'll see you in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm back at the store. Just going to return the mowing equipment. I have finished doing the mowing. And now we're going to go get the baler wrapper. Going to lease the baler wrapper. And I'm going to go for the Vicon fast bale. Because it makes sense. Use a different foil colour. Have a nice purple. Vibrant purple. Make them easy to spot. Make the bales easy to spot, especially if they roll off the fields and go walkabout. So we've spent about 12 grand today on vehicle leasing. I don't know if that's just basic leasing. Well, that's just basic leasing. I don't know if we're going to get any hourly usage fees on top of that at midnight tonight when we get charged. Lease. The rest, we probably get the hourly fees and stuff charged at midnight, so we probably spent a bit more than that. So we won't worry too much about that though, because we should make that leasing money back very easily once we get the silage bales sold. So let's get silage bales wrap. And especially, it'd be nice to make a bit of profit from fields that currently are just sat doing nothing, like the grass fields. All the grass fields which are just have been sat there, and they're just sitting there. And then I can focus then, whilst the bales are fermenting over the next couple of days, I can then have a look at getting crop stuff organised, getting crops moved, and maybe getting some crops taken up to the production facilities. Again, get some products that we can actually sell and make a bit more profit off. I think the cow field, I'm probably going to mow end of winter, early spring. Give us another healthy injection of cash at the start of the year. Let's do some baling, ladies and gents. We're doing baling. First silage bales. Grass is being racked. I have to slow down a bit because the baler is getting full. And it'll start beeping at me when the preload chamber gets full, when the main chamber is also full, like it has done now. The tank gets very full. There we go again, the weight. I think from my uses of this particular baler so far in Farm Sim, I think I found that the sweet spot seems to be if you have set your cruise control to about 6 kilometers per hour or 7 kilometers an hour, you're actually able just to keep going, and it does kind of balance out between the, you know, filling the pre-chamber, going into the main chamber, emptying the main chamber onto the wrapper, wrapping the bale and dropping it. You're able to keep going and keep just working without having to stop, but you have to go a lot slower. So basically I just need to go around the map now and bale all this grass that I have mowed, all these fields that I've been mowing today, and see how many bales we can get. Hopefully, like I say, a good amount. Like I say, I will probably end up adjusting my cruise control speed a little bit. When I'm doing it off camera, when I'm baling the fields off camera, obviously, I can drive a lot slower. However, whilst on camera, you guys probably don't want to see me driving around at 6 kilometers per hour for this task. But yeah, I definitely adjust my speed when I'm, because that beeping and stopping drives me mad. Let the tank empty. Completely this time. Start wrapping the neck bale. Get round the corner. Unload the bale, hopefully on a flat bit. Well, I don't really have to worry because there's a brick wall on the left. So bales aren't going to wander anywhere on this field. They're not going to disappear and get lost. The next field might be a bit more of a challenge because there is no wall on the next field. There is just the river or the stream or the beck or the brook or whatever it is. So you need to be very mindful of that. But we should definitely be able to spot the bales quite easily because they're quite colourful. This is going to take a lot of time, However, I do hope you have enjoyed today's episode. It's a little bit different, a little bit of a change from tractors driving in normal field and doing field work and cultivating and seeding and stuff. If you have enjoyed the video, please make sure you've clicked the like button for me. I notice a lot of people are not clicking the like button on the videos. If you've watched the video, there's no reason not to click the like button at all. You might as well click it. It doesn't cost you anything. You've sat and watched the video. Click the like button. leave your comments in the comment section down below. Again, a lot of people, if you sat and watched the video, leave a comment. Leave a comment. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Again, it's completely free here on YouTube to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. And at least while subscribing, you get notified when I upload new content and new videos, so you don't miss out. Finally, share the video with everyone you can, everywhere you can, and let's try and get a few more views on these videos. Watching and visiting the channel, more people subscribing. Because like I say, we're really close to 1,000 subs now, and if we hit 1,000 subs, I'll give away a couple of copies of this game. It's only fair. So from here on Calmsden Farm, with me, CWATTY, it's goodbye for now. And I'll see you all again very soon.